What's happening, everyone? Our Anaheim Ducks lost 6-4 last night up at Madison Square Garden to the New York Rangers. Guys, the New York Rangers, they could win the Stanley Cup this year. I think they could. I mean, they are that good. They are a very deep hockey team, and they play really good, solid defense and in their own zone. And they got a great goalie in Panarin and Mika Zibanejad. They just got so many weapons, and they execute really well. And they also execute really well with the puck. And they just got so many weapons. And Igor Shesterkin, one of the best goalies in the NHL. And they got a great power play. I mean, they're just a really good hockey team. But I am proud of the boys. The boys gave them a game. There was some negatives in this game, but there also was some positives in this game. But before I go over the stats of the game, let me go over the scoring real quick. So, in the first period, the Ducks was down 2-0 to the New York Rangers. Frank Vatrano scored his second goal of the season, which was a former New York Rangers in his homecoming. What a great addition he's been to our team. Vatrano tracked down an area pass by Lundstrom, playing catch with Regenda before stepping in and burying wrister over Shesterkin's shoulder from just off the wall. And then going into the second period, the first 5 minutes of the second period, I felt like the Ducks came out. They was holding on to the puck. They was making good nice passes. I felt like they was executing. They had more energy for the first 5 minutes. They had more energy and level intensity, and they was in control of the hockey game for the first 5 minutes into the second period. Trevor Zegras tied this game up at 2-2. He scored his second goal of the season at 0-1-34 into the second period. Terry carried the puck through the neutral zone before sliding a pass to Zegras, who got behind Rangers defense, sprinting down left wing and beat Shesterkin. Sudden forehand shot through the 5-hole. And then let's go over the rest of the scoring. Max Comtonis scored his first goal of the season to cut the lead to 5-3 Rangers. 0-5-33 into the third. Comtonis hit a one-timer off a high to low pass by Shattenkirk. And then Grant scored his first goal of the season to cut it to 6-4. New York Rangers 16, and that would be all the scoring. 16-14 to the third. Finishing off a strong move in tight by Max Jones to invade a Rangers defender and slide a pass to the door front. So that would be all the scoring. But in the second period, the Ducks' first 5 minutes of this hockey game, they started off very solid. I was very impressed. They came out the first 5 minutes and they had more energy and more intensity and sense of urgency, and they was passing, and they had good passing. They was passing the puck. They had good control of the puck where they wasn't turning the puck over. And you know, and there was control of this hockey game for the first 5 minutes into the second. But then late into the second period, the Ducks made too many mistakes, man. We just made too many mistakes. Like, you know, we had turnovers that led to a couple of New York Rangers having a couple of breakaways and odd man rushes, and that led to the New York Rangers having great scoring chances. And you cannot do this. You cannot give a great team like the New York Rangers too many chances and too many scoring chances and too many time, because they can make you pay. That is a really damn good hockey team over yonder, up yonder. And so, you know, you got to be careful. And in the third period, I was so proud of the boys. They battled hard. They was down like, what, 5-2? But they scored 2 quick goals within the first 5 minutes of the third. I felt like the third, the boys, they battled harder, and they played a much better period, and they was doing a great job in the third. They scored 2 goals in like 5 minutes, but they just dug them. They just wasn't able to dig themselves out of a deep hole. They dug themselves in a deep hole down 5-2 in the second, and it was just too much for this team. Look, the Ducks need to clean up on these penalties. These penalties have been killing us this season. Because when you're going up against a team like the New York Rangers, who has a deadly power play, we need to tighten up. Because they got a great power play. The Rangers outshot us 43-22 shots on net, and they was 51.7 from the dot, and the Ducks was 48.3 from the dot. We was 0 for 1 on our power play tonight, and the Rangers was 3 for 4 on their power play. Our penalty kill has got to tighten up. The boys need to be more solid on their penalty kill and execute better. And do a better job at blocking shots and do a more better job in front of John Gibson, and that way, and play more solid, sound defense and execute better in our own zone and make plays and clear the puck out of our defensive zone and take some pressure off of Gibson, because the Rangers put too much heavy pressure on Gibson, which Gibson made a few great saves on a couple breakaways, but we got to play better, solid, sound defense. And we got to do a better job on our penalty kill. Penalty kill's got to tighten up. You can't make too many mistakes. And you can't get too many times against a team like the Rangers, because they will make you pay. And we also got to cut down on these penalties to keep, and we need to cut down on these turnovers, because these turnovers, we got to clean that up. We got to just be more solid and more crisp with the puck. Just play more solid and more disciplined hockey. Stop turning the puck over. Be more smarter, more careful with the puck. And get in our offensive zone and set up our offense more and execute. And be more aggressive and get pucks to the net. I mean, this team has got to tighten up. I know this is a young Anaheim Ducks team. I understand that. And we all knew. But if we don't correct these issues, it could be a long season. But I hope we can get a win tonight against the New Jersey Devils. And let's come out and come out tonight against the New Jersey Devils, and let's bring our A game, boys, and bring a good level of intensity. Get out to a fast start, good level of intensity, bring good energy, and come out skating really well and skating really fast. And let's get pucks to the net and play better defense. But anyways, believe in the Ducks and go Ducks. Let's go.